Cave with Mike and Max.
Hello and welcome to the Chat Cave. We are here. It is now with our great friend and co-host Mike McG from Mike McG TV, youtube.com/Mike McG TV.
Got it.
I am your co-host, Blacksmith from the Three Geeks Podcast. Check us out everywhere, threegeekspodcast.com, and all of the socials is Three Geeks Podcast. We're here today.
2 weeks. It only took 2 weeks to get back to this.
I mean, this is an epic record turnaround for us, and I'm excited for it. But I feel like the medium is worth it. Like this, I am in love.
When we're eating well off of Batman material, like the episodes are probably come more frequently because man, we're eating well.
It's a good time. Yeah, it's a good time to be a Bat fan. We're going to talk to you about season 2 of the Caped Crusader, and I mean from watching the trailer, I knew this season was going to be good, but this surpassed all my expectations. I'm a huge fan of this.
And to reiterate, you and I really enjoyed the first season quite a bit.
Yes,
it had hiccups here and there, obviously, like a lot of like initial seasons for a show can have, but overall, we really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
there's only one episode here this season where I was just like, whatever,
Okay.
But just solid. I love because it's their take on a lot of the Bat villains. They've tweaked them, they've changed them in certain ways, and I am here for it. This season was dope. I'm very excited to talk to you about it.
Oh yeah. I'm sure we'll get into, like you said, specific episodes or characters or story beats. What I really liked right out of the gate with the overall tone of the show now is how it is a nice balanced blend of what a lot of early Batman was, and a lot of early Batman is what I grew up reading and what my dad would read to me when I was like 5 years old from like these old trade paperbacks of old Batman stories. Would be a mixture of the dark, gritty noir detective stuff, but then also the hints of some, let's say, more outlandish stuff. Like I grew up reading and hearing about the Mad Monk and about the Monster Men formula and Hugo Strange and the initial, appearance of, well, spoilers here, the Joker and things like that. So a lot of this felt very nostalgic on that front because I'm like, oh my gosh, these are cool adaptations of these early cane and finger stories that I was raised on. So I'm excited to talk about this with you.
Okay, so we're just gonna get this
Yep.
out of the gate. The Batmobile is still sweet.
Of course.
I know everyone was worried about, like if the Batmobile changed at all. It's the same one from season 1.
Did he add more fixins, more arsenal to it? Or
I don't really like, it wasn't really featured. I know season 1 they had like a couple episodes where the Batmobile was featured. I don't feel like it was featured at all this season. Like he kind of just driving around, but
he used it to ram a monster man.
Yes, it is capable of doing that. We found that out this season, but
also we got a plane. We got a plane this season too.
Yes, the Bat plane was a lovely addition. So the Bat vehicles still tops, still solid in this universe. But there wasn't any real like Bat vehicle centric episodes, and not that I'm crying about it, it's just, but the Batmobile is still cool is the main point, because I know that's really what everyone is listening for. As far as what I had to add to this is like what I felt about the Batmobile, so we'll just get that out of the gate.
We know your priorities lie. I felt like this was a nicer blend of Batman and Bruce Wayne activity, because the first season it's a lot of Batman. He's down in the cave quite a bit, and then every once in a while, he'll take his civilian identity for like a dinner with Harvey Dent or something like that. But then here, it's like you get a little bit more look into Wayne Enterprises, or I think it's Wayne Enterprises in this universe as well.
So too, yeah.
But also just him at home in the manor for
Yeah,
some
he's
degrees.
got like meetings with Lucius Fox. There's a few of those, and then like yeah, he goes out on the town a little bit, and yeah, like we definitely get a little more Bruce, and you get a little more of the you get to see more of Batman's acting chops as he as he's got to be out in the world.
Yeah, and when he's in this put into the system, so to speak.
Yes. So yeah, it's and I like I feel like they're going the Conroy method where he speaks more in his normal or the deeper voice as Batman, and then elevates his voice for Bruce Wayne. And I enjoyed it. I thought the performance was very well done.
For this type of noir style of show, like Hamish Linklater, I think where his voice has really grown on me in these 2 seasons. Initially, it's a shock, especially when you see a Batman design so close to the animated series design. It's a shock to kind of initially not hear Kevin's voice, but we've had a couple years where people have tried their hand at different Bat voices, and his, I'd want to say, is one of my favorite new voices. It's working really well for this style.
Yeah, like with me, I'm just like, well, nothing is going to be Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, of course.
So if we have to deal, does this take me out or does it keep me in? And that's really the only bar they have to pass right now, because you can't be the best. That's already locked in forever. Like I don't I don't know that it's possible. If someone can best Kevin Conroy, if I hear someone else's voice in my head than Kevin Conroy's as Batman, that would be an epic performance. I don't know that that's possible. So like, yeah, anymore, I'm just like, does it take me out or does it keep me in? And
Right.
and that's the only bar you have to pass. And yeah, this absolutely keeps me in. So no, I think it's really good.
One other thing I liked, I don't know how you want to set this up, if you want to go episode by episode or just kind of do highlights and lows
Yeah, I think we
overall.
just do highlights and
Okay.
lows. Do not the
Another highlight, and I know this might be something of a pet peeve for you because I know you've expressed about other projects, but this show is not screwing around when it comes to like will off people. Like,
Oh yeah, this is a low for me.
oh, this is a low for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like they're just a little too murderous with the villains.
Okay.
I mean, like it was done well,
Mm-hmm.
but then I'm just like, well, now they can't come back, and that's where I have a problem.
Yeah, I can see that because like I was thinking like, well, also I have to divorce the iterations of these characters from the way we traditionally see them, because a lot of them are not necessarily acting or playing a role in the way they would in a typical Batman story. So I'm kind of like, okay, I understand narratively, having to get rid of this particular character, but also I get what you're saying. There's a pang of like, oh, but what if that character stuck around a little bit more? Like, what else could they have done?
Yeah, and because it's like I also feel like and that's not just the villains. Like there's this show is brutal. Like
Yeah.
you are not safe. You definitely get a feeling like anyone could go at any time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's cool. I just feel like they took a little too far. But really only with the villains, because I just love to see, like they make you fall in love with these guys, like
Mm-hmm.
with their take on these characters, and then it's like, oh, well, we don't get any more of that.
That's all you
So
get with them.
yeah, and so I mean, like we can appreciate the time we had, but yeah, like this show is brutal. I'm here for it, but yeah, it does just make me sad that we're not going to see
Mhm.
some of the villains
It
again.
makes me wonder too, like if there is a set season limit they have in mind for the show if it's doing well.
Mm.
Like, are they just going to keep doing it so long as it's successful, or are they like after 4 seasons that's it because we have a particular story in mind that we want to tell? Like, I'm really curious as to what their long-term goal is with the show. Like, is it
I'm
going to be something that they just want to perpetuate if it's good, or are they just going to be like, no, we're done after this?
This is the story we're talking. Yeah, I am a huge proponent of tell the story that you want to tell and end it, and leave us wanting more, and that's fine.
And pace your overarching story in a very compelling way. As
Yeah.
we were discussing off camera here before we recorded, like there's another show that we both really enjoy, but we both admit like its second half man, it's in a rush to get a lot of ideas out there. Whereas this show, I felt, to contrast that, it has a lot of ideas, but it's pacing them very well for the most part throughout this season.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This show does it, and it doesn't give you, you know, like all the highs and like the narrative like bumps where you're just like, oh man, I can't believe that happened. We're never as high as the next one. So, you know, we're always moving up as far as like building the tension and building, you know, like, and the character development. But yeah, like there's other shows are going up and down and up and down, and it just seems like,
And then they forget, like, oh, we only have this many episodes left.
right, and they gotta cram everything to the end, and then you're on this roller coaster ride like straight through the end of it.
Yeah.
But no, this is very well paced. I thought the number of episodes was solid,
Mhm.
and they told the story that they wanted to tell in the time that they had to tell it,
Mhm.
and that was very, very well done. I agree.
So what would be some either character or episode highlights for you?
I think the biggest surprise character change for me was the Riddler.
Okay.
I like that he's not really question guy.
No.
He's gonna riddle you with holes.
Bullets, yeah. And man, he's unhinged.
You have never seen a Riddler like this. Like, I mean, I would I would have loved for them to have this, like Jim Carrey play this Riddler. I think
Okay.
that would be an amazing perform. Just like this guy, he's a, I mean, he's a mob guy. He's a
Mhm.
mob guy through and through. He's just dirty, despicable mob guy, but just unhinged, and yeah, I think like they he didn't go full Jim Carrey energy, but like I don't know, I
Mhm.
would have loved to see like a young Jim Carrey like bring him down to this.
Like a young
I
Jim Carrey doing kind of a Jimmy Cagney thing.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
reserved Jimmy Cagney played by Jim Carrey. I could see that.
and would have been dope. But I love
Mhm.
this Riddler. I thought it, you know, because like he would ask like a weird question or like look
Right.
at something like, oh, that's interesting, you know, like I really like that a lot. Where he was like, okay, they do the question thing
Like
a few times.
he's got a brilliance there and a cleverness there, but it's
Yeah,
also in service of him just going totally off the rails and on his worst whims too, as we find out in one episode. Like this dude just he I mean, pun intended, has a trigger hair temper. Like,
yes, yeah. And so I thought the Riddler was great this season.
mhm.
And that was my biggest shock. But yeah, and you know, like you know, we see Harley Quinn again.
Mhm.
Um, who else do we got here?
Thorn, Rose and Thorn.
Yes, so
That's
I'm
not
not too
Poison Ivy.
familiar with these.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah. So I was like, this isn't Poison Ivy. But so this is a canon Bat villain. Like I'm
Yeah,
not too familiar with this
it's
villain.
apparently a canon Bat villain from, I'm guessing, like way back in the day. Because this show's really good too at like unearthing characters and concepts that harken way back to like early stuff. And
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, from what I'm gathering is that her her MO is pretty much the same in that she has these kind of feuding personalities, and that she, will have like periods of lucidity, but then also like these extremely violent outbreaks of,
mm,
action. And as much I'm gathering maybe that the spoilers here, the Riddler death, well, maybe was one of those deaths that you were kind of like, why does he have to go?
yeah, yep.
Okay.
No, for sure. I
But
was
I
like,
kind of
this
liked it in
guy.
service of her because she got a Pyrrhic victory, so to speak. She got like,
Oh yeah, no, like and, you know, like I said, it was very well done. Like the Riddler death was the biggest shocker, you know, like to me
mhm.
because I was like, oh, they're gonna work that, you know, like this is because
Yeah,
he's more of a Joker, you know, in
classic.
other,
Yeah, like
yeah.
tried and true
So
Joker. We know. Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's going to jail. He's not going to the morgue,
Nope.
and and they got him, and but like to serve her story, and I thought she will, and I like that she carries on though, so she
hmm
will be a good villain later on, and she can come back.
I like
Um,
the whole thing throughout the episode of like wow, she's still working on the arrangements, but then you realize like, oh, okay, that's what that arrangement is.
Yes, this is a special
Or
arrangement.
a special floral arrangement.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No, that was good. I liked her. I liked that wasn't really familiar with the character, so
Mhm.
like being the comic book guy like doesn't happen to me very often. So I
Mhm.
really enjoy it when I'm like, oh, what is going on? I don't even know. So that was really
Again,
good.
it's really kind of interesting to see them take cracks at characters that you weren't anticipating, like the Roxy Rocket
Mhm.
episode, the Three Billionaires. That's the terrible trio. That's Fox, that's Shark, that's Vulture from
Mm.
the comics, and they're typically like just like gangsters who wear animal masks or whatever, and
Right.
they do gimmicky robberies. In the animated series, I think they were like trust fund babies who were just bored and were doing like thrill seeking stuff.
Yes.
And here it's like, oh no, they're extreme like business moguls who are corrupt to the core and will absolutely exploit you for all you're worth and then do horrible things to you if you step out of line.
Yeah, and I thought that episode was really good too. I loved
Mm-hmm.
her as a villain too, and just because it's not like, oh, she's just thrill seeking for thrill seeking sake, and it's like, oh, hey, well, what else is fun? Bank robbery. Like
No, she's got
there
an
was a
agenda.
purpose, and yeah, and I loved her brilliance. I love that she was smart enough to tango with these people, and and
Yeah.
and that was really cool. I thought that was a really really well done. I like that episode a lot.
I I like their portrayal of Hugo Strange. He's the death I kind of wished didn't stick because I'm like, oh man, especially when
Yeah.
you know like the history of Hugo Strange with Batman and where it could go later on.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, and he's done away with, basically
Just
in
like
like a
that.
post credits.
Yeah. It was very thrown away for such a like a yeah. He's
I mean, his influence and his legacy of work obviously play a role throughout the whole series, but it's also like he could have stuck around. But
yeah for sure. Yeah, I thought that was unnecessary, and it's like okay, and yeah, and they didn't really give him anything,
yeah, he
and
made the
yeah.
formula, and that's it.
So
But
yeah, no, I agree. Like that'll be a miss, But again, like if
mhm.
they're only going for 3 seasons or 4 seasons,
Like,
you
yeah,
know,
if
yeah,
that's
it's
the
not.
goal. But
But
Uh,
yeah, so
I'm a big fan of the what was it, the Englehart era of Batman stuff where it's like Strange finds out who he is and like
hmm
goes full tilt nuts and like starts wearing the Batman costume and everything like that. And I'm a fan of that, but that stuff doesn't happen until like the 70s, so like it might not fit with this version of Strange.
right.
Um, I was curious. What do you think of our? We talked about Batman. We talked about some of the new villains. What about some of our returning characters, our returning cast members? What do you?
I liked Montoya a lot, and Flash. I thought that was really good. Pairing them and every interaction with them is always interesting. Um, I liked Harley Quinn. I liked her episode a lot.
Yeah.
That was a your classic double villain
Mm-hmm.
episode. So
Kind of, sort of, because like, well, villain and villain turn anti-hero at the
yeah,
end. Yeah,
yeah.
because but her and I like the relationship they further developed with her and Montoya. That
Hmm.
was really nice. And yeah, I think it fits for this version of Harley Quinn.
For
Where,
sure. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Who else came back? I mean, I thought that they gave Alfred
mm-hmm.
a lot more in this season too.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
he's far more of the operation. He's no longer kind of purposely sidelined by Batman and looked down upon as being like a hindrance to the mission. Like he's actively taking part in the mission more so than last season, I think. There's an emotional stake in the penultimate, episode
mm,
with him and Batman where you kind of see a little bit of like Bruce gets vulnerable for a brief moment. And yeah.
yeah, no, and I think that it hits, when Alfred is in danger and Bruce is, his worry and his anxiety over like it hits because just the way that the relationship has been the whole time.
Hmm.
It hits really really hard, and I thought that was very well done. I liked that a lot. I liked Alfred in this season a lot.
Hmm.
Um, oh,
Which
we
is,
have the
yeah,
sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead.
the the Spectre. So speaking of
I was
returning,
about to talk about this. Yeah.
returning cast members, the Spectre, I liked that episode a lot. I thought that was a very interesting take on that character.
Mm-hmm. It was like mostly Spectre, but then you get a little bit of like a Solomon Grundy type of feel to it.
Little bit, yeah,
a little bit. But it's a cool retelling of it. Because yeah, for those who don't know, the Spectre, Jim Corrigan, initially was just a kind of run-of-the-mill superhero, but as the mythos developed over the decades, like he became more of a spiritual apparition type of character and became like basically the spirit of vengeance. And he would like be out there in the ether punishing the wicked or making sure they get their just desserts and so forth, trying to keep the scales of justice balanced. And I like that aspect sort of fed into this to some degree. Like he was just basically, for this, it's got a very 40s, 50s sci-fi type of explanation for why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
But then also he's still got that idea of like vengeance, justice, and goes around basically balancing his own account, essentially.
Yeah, and I like that a lot, because I was like, obviously we're not keeping this guy around. He's not going to, when it, and everything is going down as it's going. I was like, okay, we're not coming out of this with him, being the Spectre and running off and doing more, because it was very centered on his personal, list or his vendettas that he needed to clear up.
The ending with Barbara Gordon was very actually touching in a way.
Yes.
Wow, it's quiet.
And the character development for Barbara Gordon I thought was wonderful in that episode. So yeah, I thought that was very well done. I thought it was very interesting because I just didn't see them using the Spectre. He's not necessarily a Batman.
I mean, I was curious last season because you know who Jim Corrigan is if you know DC and so forth, and so I was wondering like, okay, last season he's left alive. I was wondering like, are they going to do something with him? So I like what they ended up doing with him.
Yeah, for sure. I thought that was dope. So that was like an unexpected, bonus. I was just like, yeah, like, oh, okay, cool. Like that was really dope. Yeah. So just a.
What was it? And also, wasn't that one with Papa Midnight coming back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I like his character a lot too. So I'm glad that they're keeping him around. Like, and he didn't have any feature this season like he did last season.
He helped explain
totally fine.
He helped explain like what was out of whack with the character.
Yeah, that's totally fine. And I'm hoping maybe next season we'll get some more use of him, and maybe we'll have an episode or two. Because he can hold his own.
Oh yeah, he absolutely can hold his own, and he's living his best life. Like, good on you, sir.
For sure.
I'm curious then, because you mentioned this at the top. What episode didn't do it for you?
Okay, the Death Cult episode.
Okay, the Mad Monk one.
Yeah. I was just like, meh.
I like that they did a pull like Mad Monk because I'm a Mad Monk fan from way back when, obviously. But like, yeah, I kind of, if there was one episode that I'm kind of like, just really tying in with anything too much, not necessarily. And also they lured in some recent lore with the Barbados thing. Like that's from a lot of the Death Knights metal stuff that's been going on in the comics of recent years. I've tried to keep up, and I'm just like, with that, the negative multiverse Batman Who Laughs stuff, I'm like, I just can't keep up. It seems like a lot. So as soon as they said Barbados, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and that was the low, and it was a fine, perfectly serviceable episode.
Yeah, it worked.
But that episode to me was really like the only one where I felt like, okay, well, they're just trying to make Batman animated series. They're just trying to make a thing where they're going to keep going and going and going.
I was getting the vibe of that one episode from the animated series, the Prophecy one, where the main villain is basically just a con man who makes accidents happen for his wealthy, his wealthy patrons. And that's like, I was like and it wasn't one of the best animated series episodes. Like it's one of the low tier ones, one of the really low stakes ones. It's like Batman has to help out rich folks. And I'm kind of like, I'm getting a lot of this vibe.
Right. Yeah.
I did appreciate the character drops, like the Mad Monk, Dala. that one character. I was like, wait a minute, I know that name. I'm like, oh, she's from the original Mad Monk story. I think you remember the Mad Monk story, the original one?
No.
They're vampires.
Okay.
Like, and it's like, okay, if you're gonna do sort of a update of that story, I guess this could be the way to go. But I did kind of like them just being vampires, and he has to kill them with silver bullets and things like that. But
yeah, that would have been cool too, just to like introduce like, it's some of those things where like Batman hates magic.
Yeah, and there's clearly magic stuff here.
Yeah, and it takes all the like everything in his mind is built on a system, and it throws all those rules out of the window. So I like, if it's done well, I do like a supernatural or like a magic element to the villains.
Well, like the Spectre is in this story is very supernatural based.
Yes,
to some degree.
So and he's trying to deal with it, and he just can't work it in the normal way that he would. He really has to step to the side and try to think of things differently. And I think that helps Batman. Just like, okay, well, it helps the story of Batman. Is like, well, he is this very rigid, like, black and white character, but also like he can change to serve the purpose of whatever he needs to do. So yeah, I just thought that episode was just kind of and it's not bad. I really do like the the ending. I thought that was really cool and very well done. And so yeah, but it was just a kind of nothing episode.
Yeah, and when how it fits the overall narrative, like it's again what we were talking about before camera. Like, you could have saved this for a later season, and it may have served a later season better.
But speaking to the one thing that episode does, or it's not one thing, but and also speaking of characters that I really wish they hadn't gotten rid of, the Mad Hatter.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. What's her name? Hattie Tetch? Is that
Hattie Tetch, and
she's kind of like a J. Jonah Jameson of this universe,
right? Which I enjoyed, and she's always got her different hats on, and I was like, okay, like I'm wondering where they're going with the Mad Hatter, and it's just done.
It's just done. I mean, I did like the subversion that she's not a villain outright in this universe. She's just an antagonistic force, and you got to have those in these stories.
Yeah,
I like that she's voiced by Lorraine Newman of SNL fame. Like, that's pretty fun. And yeah, ultimately, I was interested to see if she'd stuck around, like what they could have done with the character eventually, but apparently not.
No, and because I was just like, well, as the story was going on, and we're gonna get to the big one here, but I thought that they were gonna work that into now, like, because like, she's just an Alex Jones, she's a bad faith, she's a bad faith TV personality, who is in service of just the rich and the obviously corrupt. And I was like, okay, I like her as this. I'm very interested to see where we get to the Mad Hatter, and they gave us an in and then shut the door. That's what I felt like. It's like, oh, that's a shame. Because and I guess we can even start just talking about the Joker, who I loved in this season. I think this Joker is dope.
I think this is a good segment, because I will say, pretty much like a lot of the villain deaths, except for say the Riddler, a lot of the villain deaths are due in part to because like the Joker's like, nope, I'm Endgame.
yeah, and like you've served my purpose, and now you're done. And
like,
Rupert
Strange,
Thorne
poisons Hattie. Shoots their Mr. Freeze. That is supposed to be Mr. Freeze. Shoots Mr. Zero, or what his name was. I think it was Mr. Zero or something like that. It shoots him dead once he filled his purpose. Kills off one of the big bads from last season, Rupert Thorne, off screen.
Right.
Essentially. Or like puts him in a position to die because he gives him to Mr. Zero.
No. He was dead.
Or he was dead and then gives him to Mr. Zero.
Yeah. No, he killed Thorne.
That's right, because he's got
the smile. Yeah,
because he's got the smile.
and which I thought was dope because like Rupert Thorne could die at any point in time. I'm fine with that. But yeah, no, it was this Joker was thorough.
And again, a constant presence in the season without taking the focus away from what the episodes were. Like again, he does very similar to a series we were talking about. He doesn't really make his move until like the last 2 episodes or so, and then it's all out Joker. But you've had hints of what he's been working on in the background throughout the whole season, and you felt it didn't feel out of nowhere that all of a sudden we're focusing on him now.
No, the only thing I think that they could have maybe done to service the Batman was like there was never a point where he's like, "There's something more that I'm not getting."
Yeah, he kind of. Well, I mean, there was a lot going on too, to the point that he was just like not even bothered with what was taking place in the background.
Yeah, because you know the Joker kills Rupert Thorne, and that's what kind of unleashes the Riddler. Because the Riddler is
takes control.
He's a capo for Rupert Thorne, and then Thorne's out of the picture, and the Riddler gets to go nuts. So like that was a big thing, and the Riddler's telling everybody, "Oh, I'm taking orders from the boss. He's off somewhere, just laying low right now. So like you're taking orders from me," and that's where I feel like Batman could have been like, where is Rupert Thorne? Like, how is this working when like obviously Nigma is just going crazy around town, and that's never been Thorne's style.
I mean, we are taking a detour. We were going to talk about Joker, but it does give him that one episode to go deep cover and become matches to get close to Riddler's. To get close to Riddler's main guy who's incarcerated, and to see what's up and what is the deal with Thorne. He does make an effort of some kind of like investigation on that front. I actually like that episode too, even though it was like I had to put aside believability because I'm also like, this is the 40s and 50s. No one has a cell phone, so they know what Bruce Wayne looks like automatically.
Right.
So the glasses and the perpetual glasses and the glued on mustache work.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get, okay, this is matches. I dig it.
Yeah, for sure. I like the matches Malone. I thought it was good episode.
The resolution was pretty beautiful too. Like I was like, oh my god, don't make me feel for this dude.
He's a guy. Yeah, it was sort of like what was that movie? The Tarantino movie, the heist one.
The heist one?
Was it not yeah. Where everyone it's everyone's in the room and they're like, what happened? Like like the cops just there.
Oh yeah.
And
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Thank you.
Sorry, I was like, I had to. There's Hateful Eight. I was like, oh, of course, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, no, Reservoir. So like that, because at the end when the dude's
yeah.
Oh man, like this is my guy. Like I stand up for him. He'd never do it. And the guy's like, I'm a cop, and you felt so bad for this murderous, thieving man.
Yep.
And yeah, so like it definitely like made you care for this person, even though they're obviously a terrible person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had that same. They did a really, really good job of that. Where they got you, they got you feeling for somebody who like you otherwise would have just written off.
And even then, though, Joker looms large because he's also observing. He's observing all the chaos before he makes his move. He's observing that interaction. He's observing.
It's weird too because like if it's so orchestrated, can you call it chaos?
Well, I mean, he's observing everyone else's chaos.
Oh no, but it's all in service to his plan. And so no, I just think it's funny. Like the Joker is this character of chaos, but he orchestrates all these things so well that it's like, can you call it chaos then? If this
let's get into the characterization of this Joker for starters, because I feel like in his mind, the chaos he brings about is the way of installing some kind of order, because this Joker is very, except for like the last 30 seconds of his time on screen, is very rigid, stoic, never smiles, never really laughs, never cracks an outright joke.
Right.
Like it is harkening back to early Joker, where the only thing that made him Joker-ish was he's a clown. He has like clown makeup, or he has a
Right.
white face paint and the red lips like a clown. But other than that, he is dead serious business. But then the stuff he does is deadly and serious, but takes on really garish and outlandish stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Joker monster zombies.
Yeah,
that's part and parcel with early comics. He took a lot of the gritty crime stuff with a lot of the wackier stuff. So I wasn't fazed by it.
I was just like, I just kind of wish that they would have, like, they don't need to be like hulking monster zombie, like that
They
was
were pretty
really
big.
my own gripe, is that, like, because when Batman figures out the cure, it's like when your body has mutated into this, like, it's not going back, and that was the really the only, like, comic booky cartoony problem
it's also a lot of Hulk logic, like, all their clothes are perfectly fine with a couple of tears.
Just gonna rip a little here, rip a little there, and that's all the room we need.
They buy from the same shop as Bruce Banner. They're all good.
Yeah, my stretchy.
When Jim Gordon gets turned, like, his glasses stay firmly on.
yeah, like, no, it's fine. This is they're the whimsical growing glasses. It's totally fine.
I did love totally unhinged Jokerized Bullock hunting Flass.
Yes,
that was hilarious. That was so
awesome.
Fun.
That was so good
because he is righteously pissed at Flass,
right? And
rightly so.
And yeah, no, that was so good. And I even liked at the end where Bullock was like, "Yeah, you and me, Flash, like, they found us in the room together. I don't remember anything." I like that. I like that whole Bullock arc.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just like, I just don't know why they had to be giant. Because when you become unhinged like that, like, a human being is stronger than we let ourselves be, because there's something in our brain that doesn't let you go all out where you're gonna break yourself hurting someone else.
Yeah.
So if they would just kind of like unlock that, and you got the people like get the grin, and maybe like look a little like veiny and obviously weird.
Right.
I just thought like making just grow was a little too.
Yeah. I mean, the whole Monster Man angle of this, like, I like the concept of the Monster Man stuff.
Yeah,
and it played a good role in this endgame type of operation that Joker set up. Like, oh yeah, he took that formula way back in episode 1. He's clearly been tinkering with it. He's found a way to creepily weaponize it in dead people, which was terrifying. That was awesome. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, the Monster Men concept in general, it's like they don't have to get to Incredible Hulk size. Like, just make them like Bane size.
Strong.
Make them Bane size.
Like, I mean, they don't have to be any bigger than they are.
Yeah, they can just be
like, they're
amped
just
up
juiced.
zombies. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, like that's my only little gripe, and it wasn't even. It's not really a problem I have. I'm just like, I would maybe done that a little different. But oh my goodness, the Joker was. I like this kind of like hyper intelligent, like, but very dramatic. Like, everything he says has got this like this aura to it.
But it's got an undercurrent of nihilistic detachment in a way too. Like, he's dramatic, but he's downplaying his drama to some.
Yes.
And I love that they're basically like, you know what, Conrad Veidt and The Man Who Laughs was the inspiration for the Joker way back in the day. Let's just get a full-on German accent for this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And it makes sense.
It works.
And it made me curious, actually, about the mystique about this character. Because given the time period, I'm like, what horrible shit did he witness, or what was he put through before this to turn him into this Joker?
Yeah,
because around this time, World War II.
Right, exactly, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this dude has seen some stuff, and this is where he's end up, and it's he's a little too young to be a World War One. Like, veteran, but like, that is kind of where I feel like he comes from, because like, World War II was awful. There's like a lot of awful things in there, but I think World War One is kind of where,
if you were a combatant, especially,
yes,
that's where you'd see a lot of horrific stuff. I mean, war in general is horrific, but
yeah,
I did love him calling Batman brother.
Yeah. There was the one line where I was like, you pulled it, where he's like, And Batman's like, "You're a monster." He's like, "Don't call me that. Like the normies call me that. Like all the sheep call me that. Like that's not who we are. Like you know better than that." I thought that was a great pull and perfect for that for their
dynamic.
yes.
Yeah, a little bit of Dark Knight in there, a little bit of Riddler from the Batman, where he's like, "I thought you'd be with me on this to some degree." Like,
right.
like,
huh?
why don't you see what I'm doing here? It's clear as day.
It's like we both made it to this point. I don't understand how you're not with me on this. Like, yeah, I thought that was a great pull. I really enjoyed this Joker. I loved the end when he's like, "Did you find the body?" And they're like, "Oh, we're still looking. It'll turn up." And he's like, "Oh, no, I need to see this body, or else like I'm not gonna."
Yep. I mean, with just cause too, because like, what a way to go if that's the case. Like, geez, it's the case where Batman's like, "This will probably kill him, but I'm okay-ish with it." Because holy God,
yeah, this Batman he doesn't save everyone. He's like, I'm not. He doesn't necessarily kill anyone, but he's not trying to save everyone.
Especially at that point with the stakes being what they are. Like,
yeah, oh yeah, and I like it. I'm here for it.
Absolutely, his motivation in terms of his actions has evolved quite a bit, because I do like his retort to the Joker throughout that entire climax, where he's like, "I'm doing this for them," whereas like it shows how much he has grown from the first season. If he just kind of stayed the same throughout the first season, then he would just be like, "No, I'm just here to beat on you." At this point,
like,
whereas
I like to punch people, man.
He's like, here, they have families, they have lives, and they have me. Like, he recognizes like, I'm a necessity for them to survive now.
Right.
And also acknowledging like he's not alone in this, where the Joker is like, I thought I was alone on this until I met you. Now I'm alone on this. That sucks.
yeah. And going with the character development with Alfred and everything like that. Bruce cares, and he understands that like a piece of him that he buried is growing now, and yeah, it's the difference in where they were, because like Bruce has obviously seen some terrible stuff too. He's been through some things, and he's here now as a protector and a righter of wrongs, and the Joker is like, well, I've seen some things, and I'm like, well, if I've got to suffer, then everyone should be, like everyone should see the world as it is, as I see it, and it's this cruel, awful thing, and yeah, and he's very surprised when Batman is not in that same space as he is.
Yep.
It's very, very well done,
especially after he put him through that gauntlet of like, here, it was so easy to do this to your city, and
yeah,
why don't you lose it at this? It's like, I mean, it's taking that whole one bad day thing to like a metropolitan level event. Like, everyone's having their one bad day right now.
Yep. Oh my goodness. I thought the Joker toxin was so good. I really, really liked it. Yeah, I love that. Like, it was so creepy when they like wake back up.
Yeah.
And then just like, you're like, oh, that was so awesome.
I mean, because that also ties into a lot of like the Spectre stuff too, of like, obviously he was clearly, even though he didn't have a direct hand in that, it's like clearly observing like what that was, where it could be like you regenerate a body for a limited amount of time to carry out a specific function. Like, this Joker is he's got some smarts on him.
Yeah.
To be able to give and take all these different elements of different plots throughout the season and cobble them together into this weaponized MacGuffin, essentially. It's really cool.
It was super, super cool. I am a huge fan. I think this season is standing on the shoulders of last season. It is raising. It is the rising tide of Batman animation. It is so good.
They could have given the show a little bit more money. This was one of our things from last season too. It's like, give this show more money. It's so well written and so well performed. Give it a budget where the animation can be a little bit snappier.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely notice it in the fighting. But also, like, it kind of goes to why they picked this era to
Mhm.
be in, because like, you're not looking for a lot of kung fu action.
Right, and also, this particular style, it's meant to kind of evoke 40s. I mean, like the animated series did, the original one, Art Deco, simplistic, streamlined kind of
Mm.
animation, and along the lines of, say, like a Dick Tracy or something like that. So,
Right. So,
or the
I
original
see it,
comics.
but yeah, like let's get some more frames per second in here. Let's
Yeah.
get some more. Let's clean it up, and as long as everyone is still on board with the mission and the vibe that we started with, they could definitely give them more money.
Mhm.
Give them more money.
I'm getting a feeling Amazon. Color me weird about this, but I think Amazon might be a little bit nitpicky about budgeting things.
Who's to
Uh,
say?
it's almost as if they're trying to allocate money to other things. Huh.
Yeah.
Or people. Mm.
Anyway, yeah, we
Sorry.
could no, we could like don't like
We're on YouTube.
there's a
We're fine.
rant in there. Yeah, there's a rant in there that I don't even want to get in on.
Well,
It's
I mean, this show speaks to areas of that rant, I'm sure, quite a bit. Basically saying like, "Yo, rich people, the fuck."
yeah, like chill the fuck out, bro. Like you can still be rich. You'll still be rich, and you can just chill out. But
Jeez.
yeah, that's America today. Anyway,
America.
but yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
this is a great, wonderful project. We're having so much fun. Obviously, everyone involved is having fun.
Yeah.
This is something they love doing, and it shows. And I'm here for it. I'm so like they could have more money, but they definitely worked with what they had to the best of
Yeah,
their ability.
it's very effective at being what it needs to be. It would just be nice, yeah, if they did have a little extra scratch to be able to show off a little bit
Polish,
more.
put a little
Yeah,
more
put a
polish
little
on
more
it.
polish, but overall it still works and it's still very I breezed through the whole first season in one night. Like I was hooked in when it first dropped, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Yeah. I was hooked in. Started at like 8 o'clock on Friday night, and I just watched right into the morning. I was like awake and fixed on it.
Now,
So
my life does not allow me to do this like with a
Mhm.
cartoon. So I don't get the full binge experience. It's absolutely doable. Like
Yeah,
I 100% like yeah. Like if I could just sit down and watch 5 hours of Batman
Batman.
cartoon, like I would. Um, but I did get to watch like the last 3 episodes kind of as a movie,
Yeah, which is good.
and yeah, and that was a very good experience.
Yeah.
It's smooth, it's crisp, it glides right down, and it tastes wonderful.
Yep.
Like it's just a great watch. I thought this season was dope.
And another thing, I mean, it is an Amazon product, but we're enjoying said product. But what I do like is it's what you mentioned kind of earlier, the use of pacing in each episode. You never feel like I never felt like any episode was too short because I felt that again with previously mentioned series on other platforms where it's like we're only getting 20 some minutes, then there's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes of credits. It's like here it's like, oh, they used every frame that they could or every second that they could for storytelling, and it
Yes.
shows.
Yeah.
So.
No, just I mean, obviously, like Bruce Timm,
Mhm.
that guy gets my money any and every time. If I see his name on something, I am here for it. He yeah, he knows how to craft this cartoon. He like I mean he's been here for God knows how long, years and years and years doing this, and over multiple different projects. So yeah, it's expertly crafted,
Mhm.
and you can and it shows throughout, and it's just very very well done.
Out of how many? 5 out of 5 chatterangs. What are you giving this?
I'm giving this a high 4. Like
High 4.
this is touching 5. This is almost again like with if they a few little nitpicky things and they would be at 5. This just be okay. You need to watch this and then you need to sit right back down and watch it again. Like that, it is so close to 5, but not quite there. Just on a few things.
I'm there with you on. It's a solid 4 for me. Again, I felt it was a great utilization of all the characters for the most part. I get what you're saying now about quite a few of them. Like you wish they kind of stuck around a little bit longer, but the way they were utilized in the overall story worked well.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. We didn't talk about Carrie Kelly.
Oh yeah, I was actually going to bring her up in a little follow-up thing here, but yeah, solid
Okay,
4 for me. Let's talk about Carrie Kelly. Next season, they got to give her more to do.
This is one of the best Robin depictions I have seen in any Batman,
and she's a gray ghost.
Let's
keep Gray Ghost. I don't. She can stay Gray Ghost.
That's totally fine. Yeah. The oh god, what was it? The Crime Stopper or what was? Yeah. Anyway, the Crime Crusher or something like that. Crime Smasher. Crime Smasher.
That's what she was technically going by, but she's Gray Ghost. Whatever.
Right? Yeah, she's Gray Ghost in a Gray Ghost outfit. No, it's totally fine. But I really loved and appreciated. I hate it when they add Robin to the detriment of Batman. I think that like Batman gets himself in situations obviously where if he had some help, like, it would be a lot easier. But I hate it when there's like, oh well, and then Batman trips on a twig, and Robin's got to come save him.
Yeah,
and so they didn't do that, and I really appreciated it. But then like the only thing I didn't like was the tandem jump kick. I'm like, this is not necessary. This is not necessary.
I mean, she had a rough upbringing before she got adopted, so she knows how to scrap.
And I thought they did a great job of showing that throughout the episode. Like you're saying, like with the pacing and the development and the storytelling, they show you that this is a very capable young lady. And I was 100% there for it, and then it's like just like that little bit at the end where I was like, oh guys, like come on.
I get you. It was one step too far, and then they really bring it back.
Yeah, and that was the only thing where I was because like, what is her kick adding to this? Like when you get jump kicked by Batman, does it really matter that little like 78-pound Carrie Kelly is throwing her weight in on this? No, like that. And but that was my only. I really loved her. I want more Carrie Kelly. If they can keep that dynamic exactly how it is, I am here for it.
Like I'm not expecting her to move into the cave or whatever. Like no, not at all. Like let her have her own like little solo adventures, and maybe once in a while he'll not come to her, but their orbits will cross again.
Yes. Her being herself will, she'll get into deep, and that's where Batman lives.
She actively seeks him out. So like So no, I loved it. I was here for it. And also she seems pretty content just solving like, hey, kittens and dogs need rescuing too.
Yeah. Like, she was pretty much in her lane.
She was in her lane and she got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so happened to tie into a bigger story.
Right. and no, I that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, well then the bad guy runs over her bike. And it just happens to be the bad guy, like that's involved in this bat mystery. So, I loved just the way they the way they did it. And I was because I was fully expecting to just check out. I was like, oh, here we go. But no, it kept you involved. I really like her as a character. and I like her parents. I like, it gave us Bullock, Bullock just being an asshole. Like
I did love his comeuppance.
It served so many purposes. Like that episode was so good. I thought that was very, very well done.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing more of her as a flourish and being part of some stories in the next season and so forth. Now that we've basically kicked down the door for wacky transformations and monsters and things like that, I said it last time, I think, bring on a man bat for me. I want to see a man bat in this.
Setting. Oh yeah, this is ripe for a man bat. Absolutely, because it's super science. It's
a croc. We didn't get Croc last.
There was a Sullivan Grundy.
There was a Grundy.
and and the Spectre was, like a kind of
sort of,
Grundy-esque.
yeah.
But no, it's
bring on a Croc, bring on a Man Bat.
yeah, let's go. Yeah, 100%. I'm here
Pop
for
a
it.
Midnight's
Bane.
Wing to do more.
Yeah, and a Bane, I think.
I'm wondering what a Bane in this era would be too. Like what?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but it's there.
Right.
It's like the ground is fertile for these things. No, absolutely. I'm with you. I think a Man Bat episode or a Man Bat couple episodes would be really cool.
And maybe they do have some stuff planned. Again, I'm genuinely curious if there is like an end in
The stop point, yeah.
for this, because the way that they just keep going through characters, like where it's like it'd be kind of contrived to bring them back to life, but it's not impossible. But at the same time, in this world, the way it plays with death, it's like, no, people stay dead, it seems. Unless,
yeah, like that is mostly dead.
Dead is mostly dead unless you're weaponized to come back for like 5 minutes and
right.
gas.
I really was hoping that they were gonna like have the Mad Hatter like run off. Like, oh, okay, well, it didn't work the same way for her for whatever reason. And that, like the door, like I feel like the door was open for that, and they were just like, no, we're not doing that.
The idea just hit me. Oh, resurrections. What if some, say, international character were to arrive involving some, I don't know, resurrection involving pits of some kind?
Could be. Okay, you know what? All right, I'm here for it. Like the door's not closed. The door's
not closed.
It's mostly so like there's opportunity still. Absolutely. And yeah, okay, Ra's al Ghul storyline would be dope here too.
Honestly, yeah. You just have to avoid 40s era stereotyping. Please.
Yeah,
they've been pretty good about that, but yeah.
Ra's al Ghul. I'm not going to say Raz. I don't like when people call him Raz.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it'd be dope. Like I'm ready for season 3.
Yeah,
and I do hope that, like, I think maybe 4 to 5 seasons of this show I think would be
solid.
Yeah. And 100% fine, and I don't think they'd be overstepping or overreaching, and especially like you said, like the way they churn through villains. I think really only have 4 to 5 seasons of Batman stories.
Right, you keep going through villains the way you go, like you'll eventually be getting to like Egghead or whoever at some point.
Like I'm gonna like the King Tut or the
King Tut,
the Bookworm.
We'll just get straight up 60s villains because it'll be almost the 60s.
yeah, for sure. No, so it's I'm here for it. I love this. The Cape Crusader is so dope. It is fast becoming one of my favorite Batman animated series.
Mm-hmm. And I love that it all just gets dumped out in one go.
Yeah, I mean, watch at your pace.
Yeah, you watch at your pace. I mean, the model obviously works for other shows to release like once a week and so forth. I think that works. But for this one, especially with the interconnectivity, if you do want to just watch it all through in one go like I did, it's there for you.
Yeah.
And it works all as one fluid kind of story for the most part.
Yeah.
Mad Monks aside.
Hey, like you need an intermission, you need a bathroom break, you need so like that episode is good for that. But it's except I do think it was a little early in the season if you're going to call it the intermission. But it's so good. Yeah, solid 4 out of 5 Chatterangs on this. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy, so delighted. We are just getting a lot of good Batman right now, and I'm here for it.
We might be talking about another project because what is this? August? Nightfall's coming up. Part 1's coming out at the end of August.
Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. It's I thought it was coming out later in the year.
No. I think they're going to wrap up all 3 parts before the year's over. Like they'll do an August, maybe a fall, and then a Christmas release.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Hopefully that's
we're eating good.
Yeah, we are eating real good right now. And like Pennyworth has brought down a silver tray with all the best soups and 3-course meals that we can eat at our bad computers.
I mean, he's obviously warmed quite a bit. I do kind of still like that he's still calling him just Pennyworth.
Yeah, like old habits.
Old habits. He's gradually growing.
But like it's less, like it's less his title,
right,
and more his name.
His name
now.
I mean, it's his name on comms, and it works for being on comms.
Oh no, for sure, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, he could have in the first season, he could have very well just been saying, "Butler, come here."
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, like this is you that I'm calling because you assist me in this way. But yeah, so like,
there's a little bit more warmth to it when he says it. Now.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah. So, good for you, Batman.
Yay, personal growth.
Well, on that note, you have been watching and listening to the Chat Cave here on McGTV. Thank you, as always, Blacksmiths, for helping out in this and co-hosting. Go check out more of his stuff over on the Three Geeks podcast. And go check out more of my stuff here on youtube.com/MikeMcGTV.
We will catch you guys. Same chat time, same chat channel, Mike McGTV.